So of course we have been working to try and get a sensible deal for the people of Northern Ireland, one that respected our economic needs and indeed the needs of our constitution. Under this deal, what we are seeing is that our main market for goods in and out of Northern Ireland will have checks imposed upon it. The VAT rules are going to be largely aligned with the European customs VAT rules. And as well as that, of course, there's the issue of consent. There's no opt-in to these rules, either for the single market or indeed for the customs code or for VAT. And then when it comes to the rolling consent that has been suggested in this deal, that is by a simple majority vote. So for the first time in 21 years, we're moving away from power sharing, we're moving away from the majority of unionism and the majority of nationalism, and we're moving to a single majority vote. So that, of course, all of that together makes this deal unacceptable for us as the guardians of Northern Ireland in terms of the economy and in terms of the constitution. We wish it were otherwise, but that unfortunately is the assessment that we have made.
Is it worse than Theresa May was offering, or is it better?
Well, it's obviously not a deal we can support. We've made that assessment on the deal itself. We're not doing a compare and contrast. I think it is important for the people of Northern Ireland to understand the fundamental change that is happening here in terms of the Belfast Agreement. Because for 21 years we have been told that we have to respect the Belfast Agreement, it cannot be changed, we have to respect power sharing, there has to be a majority of unionism and a majority of nationalism. This, when it comes to the Withdrawal Agreement Bill, if it passes on Saturday, will change the Northern Ireland Act from 1998. People need to be aware of that. And people need to reflect on that, because if we're going down this route in terms of majority rule, what does that mean for devolution? What does it mean for the return of devolution? And all of those things will have to be taken into account.
I think you'll see a massive vote on Saturday in terms of opposition to what he's proposing, because in all of these votes, the DUP has been far from isolated. And remember, whatever happens on Saturday, and it remains to be seen, this is only the first stage of a very long process, because he has to get this into legislation.
In recent times, the ERG has been very supportive of your position. Will that be the case on Saturday again?
Well, as far as the ERG, we continue to talk regularly to them. Obviously, they have concern. Not all of the ERG have voted with us in the past, and we will wait and see what happens. We maintain very good and friendly relations with them, and indeed MPs across the board.